Hi everyone, DJ here. Welcome to Best of the Worst Showcat Builds and Lego World Part 16. Overlap part of Best of the Worst Showcat Builds and Lego Worlds. We have shown what the Trilogy Gate, known as the Tokyo Gate, that's what I'm pretty much calling it. The Troll Throne, the Snowman, and the Dinosaur Exhibit. If you guys haven't seen over those Showcat builds, make go check that part before this one. But today we have some very interesting Showcat builds, and one of them actually is coming back after 3 years later. So the first one I have pretty much never even seen before, by the way. So this one's pretty much new to me. The second one I have seen before, which was pretty much in Whispering Woodland with the Queen Quest, but I didn't expect to pretty much show this one as well, by the way. The third one is pretty much coming back after pretty much from Selena City, and pretty much it's been here since the beginning of like the series, so which is pretty much like crazy. And the last one is also pretty much new as well. So those are the Showcat builds I'll be showing in today's Best of the Worst Showcat builds and Lego Worlds. So I'll wait no time as always. Let's get into this. And also before we do start as well, because I always keep doing this, if you guys haven't checked out with the recent poll for pretty much today of Monday, the poll we have was, who is your favorite Cars character in this movie? Oh, sorry, in this list. So we have is Lightning McQueen, Mater, Sally, and Doc. And not surprising at all, by the way. You guys picked Lightning McQueen, so which I pretty much mostly agree with that, because of course y'all we pretty much picking the protagonist of the movie instead of like pretty much like Lightning McQueen's best friend. But still, I like it. I'm really glad you guys actually picked Lightning McQueen, because I was surprised anyone picked like Doc or something like that, because that'd be very interesting to see, or Sally as well. So that's very interesting. But let's go ahead and pretty much show the Showcat builds. So the first one is pretty much actually very interesting. It's pretty much like a skeleton, a T-Rex skeleton Showcat build, and that one is pretty much called the. Let me go down to it. The dinosaur skeleton. Now, we have seen dinosaur skeletons before, actually, pretty much in actual real life, actually. Pretty much in the museum, actually. I've seen one myself, by the way, like pretty much years ago, actually. And pretty much seen it on the show as well, by the way, which I don't know if anyone doesn't remember, by the way, because it's from, I think it was from Family Discovery, and I think it was Dino Dan. I don't know if anyone remember Dino Dan, because I think I talked about it like probably like last year or something like that. And I remember loving Dino Dan so much because he was literally the childhood show of like, literally like, dinosaurs. So that's pretty much cool. So it's kind of very interesting seeing another dinosaur Showcat build to be in part of the Best of the Worst Showcat builds. So which is very interesting. But it's very just a skeleton of a T-Rex, and that's pretty much it. So you know what? I'll probably give this one just a little bit of best, because it's pretty much a good Showcat build. I really do love how it looks. Not mostly a lot of things to show from it, but it's pretty much cool. So you're a little bit the best one for the first of this list, so which is great. Alright, the second one actually is belonged to pretty much a unicorn, actually, what I just talked about literally at the beginning of the intro, pretty much the Whispering Woods. And that is the Unicorn Stables. Now, I have seen this Showcat build before, and I can't believe I'm actually like seeing it again after like how long I haven't seen it? Probably like 7 years, if I remember, because it's been like a very, 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 very long time since I've seen this Showcat build. And believe it or not, there's not really much to show in this Showcat build. I mean, I could literally just put like an actual unicorn here, by the way, and I could just probably just put like, I guess some bricks inside, by the way, so it won't pretty much fly away. Well, actually, sorry, it won't run away. So which is interesting. But it's not really much to show for this Showcat build. I mean, it's just a unicorn stable, just like a little bit like a unicorn house, and that's pretty much it. So which is pretty much nice. I don't really have like any towards of this Showcat build, by the way, so all I can say is pretty much looks beautiful. So unicorn stables, I'll pretty much give you about just a little bit of best as well, so which is pretty much great. Alright, the third one is actually a Showcat build that's pretty much just coming back now, actually. And pretty much 3 years later, I'm pretty much showing it again. And that is the police station. Now, anyone to know that if we go back from like Showcat build, by the way, this was supposed to be actually the first ever police station we was supposed to show back around 2021. But the police Showcat build I think I shown was pretty much, let me see if I can find it. I think it was this one right here. Yeah. So this is the first ever police station I ever shown, by the way. But you might got a little bit confused, like, wait a minute, why are they the same names? Well, here's the thing. This one is pretty much the I think if I remember, this is the Lost Lagoon Police Station Shellcat build, and this one just the regular police station Shellcat build. So it's kind of very interesting that this one right here looks better than this one, by the way, which is kind of crazy. But it does look pretty much good. So pretty much is, if we go inside, by the way, it's pretty much just like a whole entire like rooms going on, especially like the jail cells as well, by the way. If everyone doesn't remember, I remember putting like some crooks in here, by the way. Just like put some small crooks in here, and they always keep getting out. So I pretty much used the block gun, and pretty much is I haven't let them out since ever since that year of 2022. So they've been stuck there for like 3 years. So which is pretty much something. Feels like a little bit evil, by the way, not gonna lie, but still, they're criminals. What you supposed to do? I mean, literally, they're criminals, but still. I can pretty much say is that this Shellcat build pretty much brings a lot of memories from over 3 years ago, by the way. And the fact is that this Shellcat build will pretty much be next year of, 4 years over next year of 2026. That's gonna be crazy. Like, Lee. And so is Selena City, which is like crazy as well. So it's good to see the Shellcat build pretty much again in 2025. But police station, I'm gonna give you about the best to the Shellcat build. You're literally the best. Not pretty much like the first ever police station I've ever shown, because you're the second. But still, it's good to pretty much see the Shellcat build again in 2025. So which is nice. And the last one we have for today is pretty much a Guardian statue. Which I'm not gonna lie, I thought it said like Guardian statue, like an actual like garden, but no, it says like a Guardian statue, by the way. So which is interesting. I'm not entirely sure where this Shellcat build is from. I don't know if it's from Matar or Char. It looks like something from Matar or Char, which is interesting. I'm not entirely sure why it's just this only Shellcat build. I'm not entirely sure if there's like a second one. There might be a second one, but nope, there is no second one. Okay, well, that is interesting. So yeah, this is pretty much it for the Shellcat build. This is literally it. Just a Guardian statue that looks very interesting. I'm not entirely sure it's supposed to be a lion or not, because if it is, that's pretty much cool. So Guardian statue, I don't know if I can give you like a best of words. I mean, you're just a statue. Well, you know, statues are pretty much cool and pretty much like most like from everything, especially in places, by the way. So you know what? I'm gonna give this a little bit of respect. I'm gonna give this about just a little bit of best, just a little bit best. Not only that, I'm not calling it a worst, by the way, because most of all, it's a statue. I don't think statues have ever been like the worst. Well, unless it looks so weird. But still, this one right here is pretty much cool. It's pretty much just like a I guess a lion statue, I can pretty much say it. So I'm pretty much just giving it a little best for this Guardian statue Shellcat build, so which is pretty much great. Alright, well, and one, I'm gonna go ahead and end off right here. If y'all enjoyed it, you already know what to do. I know it's been about 2 weeks since I literally did this series, by the way, because you know, over last week we pretty much had to celebrate Happy Easter, by the way, around Monday, and that was pretty much like the last day of pretty much celebrating Easter in 2025 until next year, 2026. So I'm glad I did a video on that, pretty much celebrating for over this year, 2025. So I'll see y'all tomorrow in the next video. Bye.